Hello, everybody. This is a webinar on Kulesearch today. I'm Jane Mark, and I'm one of the owners of Kulesearch. My wonderful partner, Phil Baston, is sitting right next to me at another computer. He actually developed Kulesearch, and he's going to be manning the chat box during the webinar because some of this I'm going to go over fairly quickly so that I make sure that all of you actually know how to use Kulesearch before we get into the real main thing that I want to do, which is actually to put Walter Paul Barbarian, who's one of our founding members of So Cool and Kulesearch, and is a wonderful artist. I mean, a wonderful artist, and I'm living proof of it. I have one of his paintings right in my home, but we're not really going to talk about that much about his artwork today. We're going to show him how to get on Google, page 1. So let's just log into Kulesearch and we'll get started. Okay, this is what I love. You log into, when you first log into Kulesearch, there's a keyword, a special keyword for the day. So I set this up, guys, today, but it says how to use Kulesearch. And you can buy that special keyword when it appears, and that's usually fun to buy because people, who's ever in there at the time, you know, usually goes back and forth, and you can make a little bit of money on it. Now, I love that, so I'm going to buy it. So that's the first thing you see every day when you log into Kulesearch is the special keyword of the day. And in order to find out how much it costs, you just search the word. And this is the only word that you have to put in one of these crazy boxes. What do you call them? Turing keys, whatever. And that's really to stop people from cheating on this word. So when you buy the keyword, it goes up in price every time somebody buys it. And if you want to see what price it is currently, either you have to log in again, or sometimes it shows you, yeah, if you go to home, it'll show you what the current price is. So that's just a fun part of Kulesearch. Now, what is Kulesearch? Kulesearch is really 3 things. First of all, it's just a fun place to go in, buy words, and if you buy the right words and people like them, they buy them back from you and you make a commission. So part of it is just simply a fun game. And that's what I love going in here and buying people's keywords. And if you want to know what recently traded at Kulesearch, you go over to recently traded. And you can see this, just somebody just bought this, somebody bought that. These are the most recently traded words. So probably somebody is going to come back and, oh, the art of lovemaking. Hey, we have somebody here who's into a lot of sensual love and the art of lovemaking. People come here to see what was most recently bought because those are the words that people are watching. So basically, some of Kulesearch is just fun. It's just plain fun and making money because you make a commission on everything that people buy from you at Kulesearch. And as a matter of fact, if you go out and promote Kulesearch, when people join under you and when they buy words or sell words or link to keywords, you also make a commission. So you can make money at Kulesearch, which is great fun. The first place you start if you're new to Kulesearch is you go and you buy KuleBuzz. You can fund your account with as little as $10. And since keywords start at 20 cents a keyword, you can buy 50 keywords with 10 bucks. So for those of you who are new, fund your account with $10, $25, $50, because later on when we go over the real power part of Kulesearch, which is this KuleBuzz stuff we were talking about before the webinar started, you're going to need to buy some keywords. They can be very inexpensive keywords, but you need to fund your account with something. So you just put something in here. You can fund by Alert Pay or credit card, but you should at least have $10 in your account, because you can't do anything with this. Is not a place where you can do something for free. There's absolutely nothing to do. It's all about buying and selling keywords and then using them to get listed. Now, what do you do when you buy a keyword? If you funded your account, let's say you have $8.50, because there is an admin fee in here. You go to buy keywords and you put in whatever keyword you want to buy. So I want to buy some keywords today that are about Yakima, our new site. So I'm going to try yakking at Yakima. So all I did was go over to buy keywords. Now I'm going to search for it by typing it in here, and I'm going to see what price it is. When I search, it's going to tell me there it is at 20 cents. So I like that. It's part of what we do at one of my sites. So I'm going to purchase the keyword. Now, the next thing is very, very important. Buying a keyword, unless you want to do it just for fun and trade it back and forth with people, has a real purpose. And the purpose is not just to make money on that keyword. The purpose is to get on top of all of the major search engines. And I want to show you what I mean. We have aggregated a bunch of the well-known sites on the net. Obviously, MySpace, Kulesearch, Bing, Google, Facebook, YouTube, Yelp, LinkedIn. We want to put your word that you own at the top of these searches, because the second thing that Kulesearch is really a search engine. And it's a search engine built around the words that you guys buy. So before I can get onto one of these search engines, I need to link a site to it. So just keep in mind that I just bought Yakking at Yakima. Put that aside for a minute. And I am going to put in my affiliate link for Yakima so that I can link this word to my affiliate link at Yakima, and I'll show you what happens after I do that. So the first thing you want to do, even maybe before you buy a keyword, is put in some of your affiliate sites. So I'm going to go to my linked sites, and I'm going to add, I think I have it here. Oops, got to move you guys over now. Where's my, I know I have this here somewhere. Okay, this is my affiliate link at Yakima. So I want my affiliate link to show at the top of the search engines. So first of all, I'm going to let it copy it right. Okay. And then we're going to go back into Kulesearch, and it says add new link. Okay, so I'm going to add my Yakima affiliate link, and then I'm going to give this a title. Now, I want to use in my title and description as many popular keywords as I can possibly use. So I'm going to use here, because it's got Twitter in it, when Yakima is a site like Twitter. So when I'm going to put in here our tagline, when a tweet at Twitter is simply not enough. And I'm just going to put in here, there's Yakima. But then I wrote down a whole bunch of really popular keywords, not just at Kulesearch, but on the net, Words like business friendly, social media, advertising, Twitter, social media advertising sites. All of that actually describes Yakima. So I'm just going to pop that description in. And I'm going to organize it a little better here. But you see that if you look at what's the most popular word actually at Kulesearch, I think it sells for about $3,000. The word is advertising. So I'm going to use advertising. Of course, business and social media, these are all Twitter, very popular keywords. So I'm going to have them in my description. And then I'm going to save that. Okay, so now here's what I've done so far. I bought a word that I liked. It's related to a link that I want to advertise. I added a link in the description by simply going to my linked sites. Now I'm going to link to keywords, and I'll show you why this actually is getting somewhere. So just follow me here. I bought a keyword. I put up an affiliate site that I want to link to that keyword, and now I'm going to bring the two together. So I just bought yakking at Yakima. Now if I'm lucky and nobody bought it back from me, I'm going to there's the site that I just linked to. Remember, I just put up yakimore.com. So cool. I want to link these two words, and I'll show you why. So I'm going to search. Now, when you own the keyword, which I do right now, it is going to cost me zero, zip, nada, nothing to link this word that I bought with my affiliate link. If somebody, I can still link to other words, but if somebody else owned that word, it would show me a price that it would cost me to link to the word. Right now, I don't have to pay anything because I own the word. When you own the word, you can link to it for free. So I'm going to buy the link, but I didn't pay anything for it. That makes me able to link to that keyword. Why do I want to link to that keyword? Why is that important? Okay, let's do this. Yakking at Yakima. Now, I can search any of the search engines here and watch what's going to happen. We'll leave it on Twitter just for the first search. Okay. I searched yakking at Yakima, which of course, since the site is new, is not a popular word on Twitter yet. But look where my site appears. Yakimore.com, so cool, when a tweet at Twitter is not enough. Now, if there were results for Yakima at Twitter, you would see a whole lot of other results down here. But so let's take something where there really will be results, so you can see why I'm doing this. Social media. Remember, this is a search engine now. I'm searching at the top of Twitter. I'm searching Twitter for the word social media, which of course, as you can see, brings up a lot of results, right? To pages and pages of results. This is not Kulesearch results. These are Twitter results when you go and search on Twitter. Well, who's on the top of it? I own the word social media, and my site is right at the top of anyone who's doing a search at Kulesearch on Twitter for the word social media. Let's see what happens if we take Google, for example. Okay, here, if you were searching Google, and it would bring up certain results, all of which have to do with social media. Who's on the top? People who have either bought the word social media or linked to the word. Here's somebody, John Wood is one of our clients at So Cool. He doesn't own the word social media, because if you own it, your ad will be right at the top. But he's linked to the word social media, so his ad shows second. And he obviously linked more than once, so he's in third position. These are other people who have linked to the word social media. Actually, there are only 3 of us. So that would be a very good word to link to at So Cool. You can link your site. Of course, you want your site to relate to the word. You don't want to put a site up there that's not related to social media. But these are all So Cool links. And they appear before any of the results on, oh, that was at Kulesearch. I meant to do Google. Okay, so those were all Kulesearch results. Here's the search on Google. And when you go to more results, those are the results from Kulesearch. Other people who have linked to the word social media. So this is a really cool search engine because you can search any of the major search engines. So we could go to Bing. And same thing is going to happen. If you searched at Bing, this is the search that will Bing up. But Kulesearch superimposes your site, provided you've linked to the keyword and you own the keyword, or even if you don't own the keyword, you can link to it. So that's the second thing that's so cool is. It's actually a search engine that we're building. It's got millions of words in it now. But we aggregated a bunch of different ways that people like to search, because some people like to search on Twitter, some like to search Google and Bing and all of those. And so your ad will actually appear right at the top of these searches when people search at Kulesearch. So that's a really neat feature. There aren't any other search engines like this on the net, I guarantee you. And of course, over years, you build up huge numbers of searches on a site like this. So for very little money, we'll just sum up this part. You buy KuleBuzz. You can fund your account with $10 all the way up to as much money as you like. You then buy a keyword that's related to a site that you're promoting. So if you're doing World Light Funding, you would go and buy World Light Funding or something to do with World Light Funding. And you would put your own affiliate link in here just by adding it in here with a brief description, just like you saw me do with Yakimore. And then you actually link your keyword to the word you bought. Now, if somebody bought that word while you were fiddling around, linking and all that, you can either buy the word back, and it will cost you nothing to link to it, and then that puts you in the #1 spot for your ad, or you can simply, usually the linking fee is 25 cents, and then the next time you link it's 35 cents. So it's not a lot of money even if you don't own the word, unless you try to link to a very popular word like advertising. The linking fees go all the way up to $20 per link. So if a lot of people have linked to the word advertising, let's say, you would have to pay $20 to link to that word. But once you do that, it puts you in the second position on the searches. So it's really an interesting search engine. You're not going to find any search engine like this on the net. So that's in addition to just the fun of buying and selling the keywords. Now, there's a third part of Kulesearch, and if any of you are new to this, feel free to type in the chat box and ask Phil, what the heck is she talking about? Because I don't want to spend a lot of time on the buy, selling of keywords and the linking sites to it, because the most important part is something we call KuleBuzz. So we're going to spend quite a bit of time on how you get listed on Google, the real Google, on page 1 through KuleBuzz. But you can't do that really unless you know how to buy a keyword. And buying the keyword is very simple. You fund your account here and you buy keywords. So you must know how to buy a keyword. It's at Kulesearch, otherwise you're going to get stuck when we get to the end of this, and you won't know, well, how do I buy keywords? It's that simple. Just press by keywords. And the interesting thing that I like about keywords is, let's say I put in the word Yakima, okay, and I search it. And let's say I wanted to buy the term Yakima. Well, it's $19.70, so I might want to buy that, which I will in a minute because I want to own the word Yakima. But let's say you don't want to pay $19 for any word. Maybe you really want to stick to 20, 30, or under $1. So you can go here, suggested keywords, and it will tell you, here's some keywords Yakima sponsored yak is selling for 20 cents. It'll probably be 30 when you see it, but this shows you a bunch of alternatives that you could buy, all related to Yakima, but that will cost you a lot less money. Now, since I'm the owner of Yakima, somebody's about to make a lot of money because I'm going to buy Yakima back from them. Now, when I bought that, by the way, I now own the word Yakima, and I bet somewhere along the line I hooked up Yakima to the word. But oh, I didn't even. There's Yakima, and I'm in second position. So somebody now owns this word Yakima, and I'm going to have to buy it back again. But whoever I just bought it from, and I have no idea who owns it, they just made they made all their money back. Let's say they paid $15 at the time they bought Yakima. They get their money back, and then they get, I think it's 30% or 35% of the spread between what they paid and what I just bought it for. And their downline gets some of it. It's we're not going to go over how commissions get paid, but you can make a lot of money doing this too. So that's the fun part. Now, let's go over to KuleBuzz, because KuleBuzz is what I want to really concentrate on. KuleBuzz is an article writing vehicle or tool that we linked with a way to get you listed on the front page of Google. And just to show you that I'm not messing around about getting listed on Google, I'm going to do some searches for you. I write articles all the time, by the way. I must be in the wrong account here. Hang on. Whose account am I in? Because let me make sure I just go into my right account so my articles are there. Okay, now I'm in the right account. You can see the word of the day. If I go to my articles, you can see that I write articles and articles and articles and articles. I got 5 pages of articles here. And the reason I do that is because I get our sites listed on the front page of Google. Now, as you all know, we launched this new site, yakimore.com, about 3 weeks ago, and I've been writing articles about it. And I want to do some real Google searches for you so you can see what I'm getting at here. So let's first go to the obvious one, Yakima. Now, what do you see here? You see an article that came from Kulesearch. So this is an article that I wrote maybe about a week ago, and there it is in 3rd place on under the search term Yakima. Okay, here's another one that was written from KuleBuzz, which I'm about to show you in a few minutes, and it's in the 3rd place on Google. Here's one that came from So Cool. If you were here before we started the webinar, you'll know that we were talking about that you can do very similar things at So Cool as you can do at Kulesearch with KuleBuzz. But here's the first 3. This is just something that Google picks up sort of automatically, you know, the index page of Yakima. Otherwise, we'd be in number positions 1, 2, and 3. But there's the top, of the top 5, we have 3 positions there. And it's really because of what we do at KuleBuzz. But let's not go directly to Yakima. Let's go to business friendly social media site, because that's one that I use a lot. There we go. We're in position number 4 and position number 5. So these are some of these articles are less than a week old, and even after 48 hours, they were here. They were up there already. Let me see. I wrote down some other search terms that I have in the article. Let me see what they were. Yeah. Oh, and Phyllis wrote an article. She's up there too. One of our Kulesearch people wrote an article on KuleBuzz, and she's right up there with me, which is great. Oh, okay, we did, let's do our tagline. When a tweet at Twitter is simply... And the reason I'm showing you these Yakimore things is because this is a very, very, very young site. So imagine what you can do with sites that are a lot older than, oh, look at that. It's showing a sock wall. That is really, I didn't even know that. Look at this, Phil. I don't know. I must have moused over something, and it's showing a sock wall post. Maybe I moused over this. But here is the same thing that came from SoCool. We're in number 1 position. We're in number 2 position. The article from KuleBuzz, which I'm just going to show you, is in number 4 position. This is really cool stuff, guys, and it's very easy to do. So, okay, that was just to show you what the outcome of this is supposed to be. So let's get out of Google. Let me move you guys over here to the other side. And we'll just close Google. Hope I don't lose you. I'm very good at it. I closed the webinar. No, don't worry, I won't do that. But what we want to do now is to get back to into Kulesearch. So let me go back into Kulesearch. Phil's the one that can toggle well on, but I got to keep going back into Kulesearch. Where are you? There you are. All right, so now we're going to show you the real power of Kulesearch, and that really is by using KuleBuzz. So let's log back into my account. We are going to start by scratch because I want you to see this process from beginning to end. Before we even start, I'm going to show you that I wrote an article about Walter Barbarian, who's here on the call, who's an artist and a wonderful artist. But Walter wrote a couple of articles, and he hasn't gotten them up on Google yet, so I'm going to show him how to do it. So I wrote an article, and you'll see how I'm going to put this in a minute. You'll see I have a whole article that I wrote. And then I wrote what we call a resource box, which is simply some information about me. And you're going to need a little resource box on any article that you wrote. And then I put in my own website. I haven't done anything with it yet. I just wrote it. And I spell checked it, which is very important. If you're going to write an article that's going to be on page 1 of Google, you need to spell check it. Now, you may wonder why I have all these really weird looking things up here called tags. It's because when I'm finished putting this article into the KuleBuzz tool, I am going to add these tags that I've taken right out of my article, and I'm going to add them to the bottom of my article. And that's why I showed you how to buy keywords, because I'm going to be asked to buy these keywords if I don't already own them. So we'll get to that at the end, but I wanted you might be looking to say, why does she have all these really weird words sitting up here? It's because these really weird words are all contained in this article that I wrote. So how do you start? Let's start from step 1. The first thing you do is before you decide to put up a KuleBuzz article, is you click on My Account. And the reason you do that is because you can't add an article to Kulesearch unless you click this Make KuleBuzz active. So the very first thing you need to do is go into my account and click yes. Yes to activate my KuleBuzz page. That means you are now allowed to add an article into KuleBuzz. Okay, so then I'm going to save it so it remembers that I did that. And I'm going to go back to home. Okay, so I've decided that I'm going to write an article using the word what we call the controlling keyword. And I'm going to use the controlling keyword is going to be Art by Walter Barbarian. So I'm going to copy that. And if that's my controlling keyword, I'm going to search the keywords. It's going to tell me how much does it cost. It costs 20 cents. I'm going to purchase that. Now, you sit here for a minute and watch what happens. It says it starts to walk me through the article entry process. Add a KuleBuzz page to your keyword. Yes. I'm going to keep clicking yes. And then we're going to sit for a moment, and it's going to bring up another prompt. It says we need some information on that word, which means you're going to answer yes to that because you want to end up in this article writing box. So there's my controlling keyword that I already bought, and I have an article written. So we're going to go to the here, and we're not going to put in all these tags. I'm just going to take the article that I wrote, and I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to stop before the resource information. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to just pop that into the box. Okay, and you can go up to 2,000 words, but I think you can really go more. The minimum is, what is it, Phil, 250? So you can't just write 2 lines as an article. You really don't want to do that. It won't get picked up at Google if it's just a little something phony ad. Forget about doing that. These are real articles that you write about your site. Okay, so then it says enter a short bio about yourself. So I have that set up, who I am and what I do. And you try to make your experience relevant to the article. So even though I run a lot of advertising sites, that's not going to be the main emphasis. My emphasis is going to be on the art that I like and the art that I collect. Now I am going to put my regular So Cool link in here because I want people to know where my main site is. And then all I'm going to do is submit my information. Title already exists. Please change. You can't create more article for this keyword. Phil, how do we change it? Oh, I don't know what they meant, but it let me go through. Okay, I never saw that before, guys. So what it's supposed to do and what it did, I hope that somebody wasn't trying to buy this keyword while I was talking. That might have been it. Sometimes people do that. I'm giving a demo and they buy the word out under me. That may have been what happened. But anyway, what it did do and what it was supposed to do is take me to an editor box. So now I put my information in, but I don't want it to be all higgledy-piggledy. So here first I'm going to give it a little breathing space between the title and the start of the article. And then you do have to format it because I put it in lines that obviously were not quite as long as this editor box. So I have to go through it and I have to close up those spaces. Otherwise it's going to look terrible when we take a look at it. So this is the tedious part. It's not fun, but you do want it to look nice when people are reading it. So you do have to go through it and you just take out these spaces that are in the words. Now, I always think I'm writing the right amount of words when I'm writing an article, but you never do. So everybody ends up doing this. It's just one of those things that you have to do to make it look right. So bear with me while I close up the spaces. By the way, you should read this article later, Walter, because it really gives your artwork a rousing cheer. It's not only an article about your artwork, but it's really a love letter to your artwork. So, but the main thing is that we're going to see if we can get it up in Google in 24 hours, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. I'm almost done with the boring part, guys, so bear with me. Oh, I even have Robert Frost in here, so that's always a good tag to add. We're almost there. Okay, now even in the resource box, you want the lines to run from left to right and to fill in the space. Otherwise, you're going to get funny looking spaces. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, because I now formatted it, is publish the article. But we're not anywhere near where we want to be yet. So this I'm just going to cancel because it wants me to link a word, but I don't want to do that. Now, the reason I published it is because I want to take a look at it first before I do a couple of other things. So let's see if, first of all, if the formatting looks okay. That's the first thing you want to check. And yes, that came out nicely now. I left a little room here. But what I didn't do yet is I want to actually show the picture that I bought. This is about a painting that I actually bought from Walter. So now I'm going to go back in to the article, and here's the article. Anything you want to add after you've kind of looked it over and decided, okay, it looks all right, but let's say you made a spelling mistake or you want to make changes, you go to the editor box. What I want to do is actually add a link that will take people to the picture, the painting that I bought from Walter. So let me see where I want to add that. It arrived carefully. Okay, let's say it arrived carefully. I'm going to add it there. Oh no, I am not in the compatible mode here, Phil. What do I have to do? Start all over and do compatibility. Sorry, folks, my computer is, when you use IE9, it is such a royal pain. So I have to hit compatibility. Maybe some of you use it and you know what I'm talking about. It won't let me copy what I want to copy until I go compatible or something. Right, Phil? Is that, am I explaining it right? Okay. Okay, so let's go back to it arrived carefully. All I'm trying to do is select these words because I want to put a link in here. So I'm going to go to a link. And wait till you see the link that Walter gave me that goes to the actual picture that I bought. I hope it goes in here. But this is the longest link, Walter, I have ever seen for anything in my life. Let me find that. I know it's at the top. Hang on. I got to get up to the top here. And then I got to shoot you guys over here. Okay, so. Okay, this is Walter's link. Walter has the longest links I have ever seen in my life. And hopefully this will link. So I'm going to copy it. This is the actual link so you can see what I actually bought. And I'm going to pop it in here. And God willing, the Kulesearch will take this whole thing. Now, when you put any link in here, even if it's not Walter's long, extraordinarily big link, let's say you're writing about so cool and you want to highlight the word so cool and lead it to so cool. You put the link, you select the word that you want to link to, and you put the link in there, and you want it to open in a new window so that it pops up. So you hit this open in a new window, and you go insert. So now people are reading the article, and if they want to know what arrived, it's this painting that I bought from Walter. And you can do that with any of the words that you want to highlight. If you're talking about a site, like let's say this was, if you read some of my articles on Yakima, you'll see I compare Yakima to So Cool. So you'll see highlighted words like that, like Yakima will be highlighted, and I'll link it to the site Yakima, or So Cool will be highlighted. So I wanted to show you that you could do that, and there's a link in there that will go to Walter's painting that I bought. Okay, so now I'm going to publish the article. Again, now you may think that publishing an article over and over is not a good thing. Actually, that's one of the ways, one of the things that is going to help me get this article listed for Walter within the next 24 to 48 hours. So what I like to do is actually go in and edit my article 2 or 3 times before I leave it alone. Now, we're not going to leave it alone. We still have tags to add. But don't be afraid to edit your article and go in and add a word here or there, or change the spacing in a line here or there, or do what I just did. Select a word and highlight it and put a link in. Because every time you publish that article, every time you hit the word publish, we are pinging the weblogs, and we're telling Google and all of the other search engines, hey guys, there's a new article out here, take a look. Now, they're not going to pick it up right away. It doesn't happen like that. But believe me, you want to go in there and edit your articles. Now, the last thing you want to do when you're doing this KuleBuzz thing is you want to add tags to it. Because the first place that Google or any of the search engines look, they kind of spider your article, but they first look for the terms at the bottom of the article or wherever they notice that there are tags. Right now, if I published this article the way you saw me do it now, nothing would happen. It is very, very, very unlikely that you will ever see this Art by Walter Bavarian article on Google, because I did not add tags to tell Google or Bing or Yahoo what's important about this article, what's really important. Those are called tags. Well, what's a tag? It's a keyword. It is not any keyword. It is actually keywords that you used when you were writing the article. So you want to add as many relevant, you don't want to add words like it or even UPS, because that doesn't really relate to the article in a big way. You want to take the words that are important in this article and you want to tag the article with those words. So that's why you saw a whole list of, can't see them here because they're buried with this little box. Okay, that's why you see this whole list of tags here. I picked out the most salient and relevant words from the article I wrote, and I'm now going to buy them. Now, some of them I own. The first few I don't own, so I'm going to buy them. And because there's a difference between when you own the word or you're buying the word. And I'm going to show you that right now. So you can buy the words ahead of time, or you can buy them when you're finished the article. Either way. And I'll show you how that works if we can get back here. Okay, so it says add tag. So the first tag, because I'm talking about Walter, I want to add Walter Barbarian. And I'm sure I'm going to have to buy that at more than 20 cents, but we'll see. So I'm going to go to buy it, and in order to buy it, you've got to first hit search the keywords, like we do. Oh, not bad, 68 cents, you got a deal. So I'm purchasing Walter for 68 cents. Don't worry, Walter, you can always buy it back from me. Okay, so do I want to add, oh, this you want to click. I forgot to do this. I'll show you what I did. You want to hit no. I don't want to add another article. So once I hit no, it's going to take me back to the article. Now I own this word. I'm going to add it to the article. Tag added. Where does it show? Right down here, next to the controlling keyword, which is the article title, and here. So now, before we buy another word, let me show you what I forgot to do. Because we all forget to do this. Walter did this the other day. I forget all the time. Remember, when we first started putting the article in, what we did was I went to my account and I made KuleBuzz active. Remember, that was the first thing. Now, I don't want to keep adding more articles. I want to add tags, but not articles. So I want to go back here. I want to deactivate KuleBuzz. Otherwise, every keyword I buy, it's going to ask me to write an article on. I don't want to do that. So then I'm going to deactivate KuleBuzz. I'm just going to hit no. And now I'm going to go back to my article, and I'm going to add tags to it. So now, I really did that on purpose because I wanted to, that happens to us all the time. It happens to everybody, and they go, what do I say, yes or no? If that happens to you, just hit no because you don't want to write another article right then and there. But then it'll remind you, go back to your account, turn KuleBuzz off. So now let's add some more tags. You go back down to the box. You have the tags ready, hopefully. If not, I have to keep moving these folks over. They're in the way of my tags. Okay, the next ones are artist and artwork. So let's try some of those. Okay, let's put in artist. That's a very popular keyword, so I'm not going to get it for a song. I doubt it. Let's see if I can spring for this. All right, $11. I'm going to spring for it. If you come across that, most of the words are 20 cents or 30 cents or very low. If you come across a word that's $11 and you don't want to buy it, it doesn't matter. We're going to add so many tags that one tag, so you don't buy it, you go down here. I bought it, so I'm going to add it now. But you don't have to buy the ones you don't want. You just come back here and add a different word. So let's try artwork. See, now when you don't own it, it'll say click here to purchase. So that's when you go here. You go and you search it, $1.53. That's a good price. That's a good word, artwork. So I'm going to buy that. And then you just add the tag. And you see what I'm doing here is I'm just adding a series of tags that are relevant to the article I wrote. Now, let me show you a couple that I do own. Hopefully I still own them. So you see how it works if you already own the word. Because in a lot of ways it's easier to add the words before, buy them before you write the article. Not before you write. You got to write the article, but before you add the article. So you can make a list like I'm doing. So I bet nobody owns this because this is an artist that most people don't know. So I'm going to go back now. Now, I should theoretically own this word because I have bought it. And if you already own it, it's so fast to do this. So you just add the tags. And the bottom ones are a lot of these ones that you're seeing here. I own, let's try Robert Rauschenberg. I'm not going to add all of these now, but I will after the webinars because I want to show Walter that I can get his article up for him. But I'm going to go through, because I don't want to bore you guys to tears here, but I'm going to go through and all of those tags that you see that came right out of this article, I'm going to add to this article so that when the article gets spidered, we call it, by the search engines, they are going to look for these tags, and they are going to want to know that these tags are actually in the article. That's why I was saying to you the other day, Walter, you wrote an article, which was great. The article was fine, but then you added a lot of tags that really weren't directly in the article. And that's really, I didn't think you would get it listed that way, and that's one of the reasons you're not seeing it on Google. What they want to see is a well-written article about something. It can be about a biz op. It can be about an affiliate program. It can be about art, real estate. It doesn't matter what the article is. They want to know that it's a written article with content in it and that your tags really come directly out of the words that are in your article. That's really the way that you're going to get listed on Google. So that's KuleBuzz. And guys, it is really important to your traffic to write these articles. They are not hard. You don't have to be some great writer. Those of you who are at our webinar on So Cool, or 2 webinars ago, we gave you the link where you can go to Fiverr.com and people will write articles for you for $5. So if you really hate writing, then go to Fiverr.com and get somebody to write the goddamn, pardon my French, article for you if you don't like horror. But this is easy to do. If you know your subject, if you're, and it is good practice for you, if you're promoting a site and you can't write a 600-word article about it, you probably don't know anything about your site. I write longer articles than 600 words. You can write an article even 400 to 600 words, which is really not long. That's probably, I would say, about up to here. But write something that you know about, and if it's a site that you're promoting, this is the best way to get traffic to it. People will read information on your site. They are much more likely to read information on your site than, I love this site because I make a lot of money at it, and if you do it, you'll make $100,000 a year. Nobody believes that. Nobody reads it, so don't write it. So if you're promoting a site, first of all, learn your site, and then write something about it. Because, frankly, even if you order an article written from Fiverr, they're going to want to know, give me 4 or 5 or 6 really good bullet points about the site. So if you don't know your site, nobody's going to be able to write it for you. So you might as well learn your site and write it yourself. Anyway, point is, you can use this in so many ways. The first way is, as I showed you before, is getting listed on Google and getting traffic. But just like on So Cool, if you were over in our So Cool webinar the other day, we now generated a unique link for this article. So I can just put this link in. Make a copy of it, and then, no, I don't want to leave the webinar. What is this? That's not what I meant to do. Okay, so I can just put this in, shoot it in here. It's the same link and it's already showing, but this is actually a unique link that Walter can now take as a testimonial, Walter, to your art, and he can put it on Facebook. He can post it on So Cool. He can put it up as a testimonial wherever he wants. He can carry it around in his pocket, put it on a flyer, whatever he wants to do with it. The point is, we generated a unique link, and those of you who use one-click, if you had written an article about So Cool, about Ricochet Riches, about World Life Funding, about World Profit, which many of you are in as well, you could, instead of using your affiliate link that you use at one click, you can generate one of these articles. You can add tags to it like we were starting to do down here, and you can pop it into one click, because the search engines, remember, we're submitting your link for you every 3 days to certain places, every 15 days to other places, every 30 days to other places. We're putting have a lot better, this is not English coming out of my mouth, the content that that the search engines are interested in is going to be more interesting to them from a completely unique link, even though it may be talking about your own site like World Profit or World Light Funding or whatever. They will be far more interested in that unique link than they will in your affiliate link, because there are so many people with the same domain. This is not the same thing as advertising a domain, an affiliate link for a site. So when in doubt, come over here, do an article, add your tags. It doesn't take long. I wrote this article yesterday. It took me about 10 minutes. Then I had to spell check it because my spelling is just awful. You really should spell check articles because they're going to be permanent. You can, once they're listed at Google, guys, you can't take them down. So you want to spell check them, and you want to pick your tags up from the actual words in the article. Okay, so let's see what I missed at Kulesearch, if anything, because we're getting towards 2 o'clock, so I don't want to take a lot more of your time here, guys. I think we went over the most salient parts: how to fund your account, how to buy keywords, linking your own site to the keywords you buy, and then using KuleBuzz and writing articles and linking the article to the actual keywords that you buy. Now, I really, really want to get you guys involved in this. First of all, it is so much fun to be in here. I'm in and out of here all day because I'm always looking for who bought keywords recently. If I like them, I buy them back. Now, also, by the way, for articles, somebody put the word leads. Whoa, expensive word. They probably linked to them. Usually when you see that, somebody linked to a word. They didn't necessarily buy it. But I want you to look at the words through here. Most people do not do a search unless it's going directly to a site. Like somebody may be looking for So Cool, so they'll search for So Cool. Somebody may be looking for Yakima or World Light Funding or whatever. Most people do not search on one keyword. Think of one keyword. Think of the way you do a search. Most of the time, like even if you were looking for leads, I bet you wouldn't just mostly put the word leads in. You would put phone leads in, email leads. In other words, most people search for with a modifier. Leads for people interested in golf leads, real estate leads, lawyer leads. How do I find a good lawyer? So if you wanted a lawyer, for example, you don't want a lawyer in China, right? So if you buy the word lawyer or even use it as a tag and don't modify it, because if I'm looking for a lawyer, I'm looking for one in New York, right? So I would buy the word and search on the word lawyer in New York City, or I might need one in California for some reason if I'm suing somebody in California. So then I would go, real estate lawyer, what? Yeah, well, I'd even go further than that. I'd go real estate lawyer in California, or online specialist, internet specialist lawyer in California. So be careful about the words you buy if you're going to want. I mean, it's fun if you just want to trade them. So I'm sure people are going to buy The Art of Lovemaking. That's a great thing. Honeymoon is a nice word. But most people, when they do an actual search, they modify their words because they are actually looking for something more specific than, say, leads or even artwork. So just keep that in mind, and not just for Kulesearch, but when you're adding keywords to anything, like even at One Click, for example, we ask you to put in keywords. We don't mean put in a keyword like money or cash or something. People don't search that way. They search for how to make money online, right? Or they search for money online or home businesses online. or bricklayers in Kentucky. So think of the way you search, because those are the kind of words that you want to buy at Kulesearch. The way people actually search is what you want to be looking for. Now, I'm going to let you go in 2 minutes. We have a special Phil. I'm going to let Phil get on and explain, because this is really interesting. Remember I showed you about searching up here in, I'm going to let you talk about this, because this ad that you're giving away with $50 is really worth more than the $50, a lot more. So let me shoot these people over the other side so you can show them these ads. Hang on, I'm giving you the soft voice.
Hey everyone, how are you? Good to see you all on the call. I think Jane's done an excellent job, and we should give her a round of applause for the work that she's done on this. It's really, really good. She explained it much better than I do. But what I want to show you now is, you see these little sponsor link ads on the side here. These are paid ads, and the paid ads appear at the top, and the free ads appear at the bottom. And there's a list of, I think, about 8 of them all told, so it's not overwhelming. But these appear on every single page that you look at in Circle. So if you want to go to My Keywords, you'll see them on the side. And basically,
put in social media in the search.
Yeah, if you put in social media, that's a good idea. Put in social media on the search. You'll see that when the ads come up, they're actually to do with social media. Right, so it's keyword targeted, which makes it even more valuable than what you would normally have with normal text ads that just float around a page. But the offer that we've got tonight for you, or today, I'm always getting used to these nighttime ones, but here's the offer that we've got for you now. If you spend $50 at Kulesearch or more, you can spend more than that if you want, you will get a free targeted text ad added to your account with 100,000 views. Now that's a value of $375. Right, so you figure it out. If you wanted to buy $100 worth of keywords or $50 worth of keywords, you're going to get that free text ad worth $375. So, and all you have to do to collect that is to go to the Buy KuleBuzz page, the link in your members area, fund your account with $50 or more. It has to be today, and then send your text ad to me. And if you look at the follow along link that Jane put in there, which is this link here, just let me copy it and put it in there again. If you go to the follow along link, you will see exactly how to send me that ad. There it is again. Hang on, is that it? No, that's not it. I copied the wrong.
Go to here.
I copied the wrong link.
Okay, notes. Go notes. It's up there, right there.
Okay. This is the link you want. Sorry, that was my goof. Okay, now, basically you're going to see that your text ad must be 24 characters for the headline. Then you've got 3 body copy lines, each of 26 characters, and then the website URL. That's what you've got to send me. And the instructions are on that follow-along link as to how to send that to me. And if you just click on my name, Phil Baston, it will take you through to my email address. And if you're not a Kulesearch member, then there's a link at the bottom of the page so that you can actually join that too by just going to kulesearch.com. But that's the offer. Spend $50 or more at Kulesearch today, and you'll get this text ad, this targeted text ad, worth $375 with 100,000 views attached to it. It's a pretty good offer. If I didn't even know about that offer, I would snap it up if I was on this call.
Yeah, it's very, what Phil is saying is true, because when you can match an ad to the word that somebody is searching on. It is so much more powerful. You know how you can go to a million different sites around the net and you can stick up a text ad that nobody reads. But if they're actually searching on a word and your ad matches the word that you're searching on, the topic, and matches the word, that's powerful advertising. It's much more valuable than just sticking up a text ad anywhere that just rotates, and whether it matches or not doesn't really matter. So that's the basics of Kulesearch. We did record this, and we will put this in the training area. We do have tapes already in the training area because I know this is a lot to absorb in one click or one time or one sitting. But I want to thank all of you for coming and spending some of your Saturday with us. That was really nice. And I hope you begin to see some interaction between what the sites that Phil and I put together do. They are all of them, One Click, So Cool, Yakimore, and Kulesearch. They are all designed to bring traffic to your site. So have a great rest of the weekend. I hope everybody enjoys the Academy Awards. I don't usually stay up that late, but I like the red carpet thing and watch all the dresses and all that stuff. So I hope we all have a great time on Sunday, and I will speak to you on Monday. Have a good one, guys.